your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am him, Junns The NBIC, giving all praise and glory to the heavenly, for they are worthy to be what? To be praised. Last but not least, want to give a shout out to all you guys for all your support, leaving all your feedback, positive, negative. All things is respected because it allows me to do what I do best, and that is keep my foot on these heathens, these Hebrews, and the newly installed heathenite snakes. Round of applause for that. Let me say happy December to all my brothers and sisters. I will be on later on today at 4 p.m. to give you guys December conversation. I will bring back my honorable guest, Fresh Gold, who came on last week, and because of the information he brought forth, these people sabotaged the broadcast. So we're gonna try it again. We're gonna dig into everything. We're gonna make sure everything is perfect, so it'll be no more discrepancies, so you guys can get true biblical information, also true understanding of the true location of the Holy Land. Yes, the Holy Land has and will always be in the one place that's filled with milk and honey, and that is the motherland, aka Abula Land, aka Africa. Round of applause for that. So, you know, these are the hours when I be up, you know what I'm saying? And I gather my thoughts, due to the fact that I'm having my brother come on. I usually don't dig in and put the lessons together, the classes or whatever, putting the finishing touches to it. I decided to touch on a very touchy topic that a lot of brothers and sisters are touching on, and is in the space of demanding, and that is reparations. Yes, I know I spoke about it before, but I had to sit back and analyze it, right? I had to analyze it in the aspect on why we feel like we deserve it, and also why these other people feel like we don't deserve it, and why they will say foolish things in the notion of black people have received more benefits, etc., than any other race on in the United States or whatever, all over the world. That's the narrative that these people run with. But I'm gonna be totally honest. The real reason why reparations will never come to the Bantus, yes, the people from the west side of Africa, the southern side of Africa were Bantu people. The reason why reparations will not come to us is because slavery hasn't ended for us. Not only has slavery did not end, you understand, but they must also have it in their minds to believe that, let's just say things get chaotic, that they will implement slavery again. See, I put the pieces together. You know why the Jewish people are receiving reparations is because the Holocaust would never happen to them again. It would never happen again. You know why the Japanese are receiving reparations? It's because what they did to the Japanese will never happen again. You know why black people aren't receiving reparations? Is because slavery will happen again. Whether we see it, whether we feel it, because this slavery that's upon us is in every level. There's not a single table that's unturned when it comes to the attack on black people. Whether you see it physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, all of these things tie into why brothers and sisters can't get reparations, because slavery still exists. Slavery is something they stand on. Slavery is something that they need in order for them to sustain themselves. They must capitalize. Like I said before, America is a capitalistic society which is designed to capitalize off people's misery. You understand? They're capitalizing off people. So they don't capitalize with the Jewish people. They work side by side. They don't capitalize off the Japanese people, the Chinese people, the Arab people. They work side by side. If you're thinking I'm lying, then just go look at the UN tables. Go look at the seat of the EUs. Then ask yourself, where is the so-called African American that's representing the African American people? You see, you're represented by the corporation called the United States of America. So when Joe Biden comes, he don't just come for white America, he comes for nigger America too. When Barack Hussein or Barry Santos come on the scene, he doesn't come to represent African Americans, he comes to represent blacks and white Americans, Chinese Americans, Asian Americans, Arab American, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. It doesn't matter because he is the president of a corporation. And how do you give reparations to a people that doesn't know that they are a nation? That's for one. And for two, are part of the slavery. You can't, there's no reparations coming your way. You're not a nation who you are. They know that. And America being the corporation that it is, hard labor comes from what? Do you know that prison is a physical slavery that still goes on to this day? That if you are incarcerated and put into jail, you automatically are put back into the same space as the slaves that came off these ships. There's no rules, there's no laws, there's no amendments, there's no constitution. None of these things protect you. You are just a docket number. You are now seen as the actual product of the United States of America. What is your name? You don't tell them my name is such and such. You don't say my name is John Smith. You say my name is docket number 7149572. That's who you are. You understand? That's how, and this is the reason why we are the so-called minorities in the America, but yet we fill up. You hear what I'm saying? We fill up damn near 80% of the incarcerated people here in America. You gotta understand. And these are the reasons why they won't give reparations. They will never give us reparations because slavery is a form of commerce for America. And you are the commerce, you are the product, you are the property. You don't own yourself. What's your last name? Can you trace the name of Johnson all the way back to the very beginning? Absolutely not. Can you trace Williamson from the very beginning? Absolutely not. Your name was turned to Toby, not Kunta. Remove that African away from you. Your name is Toby. That's who you want. That's what you got to stand on for the remainder of your lives. It's nothing personal. That's how they're going to tell you it's nothing personal. It's business. They absolutely right. And this is why we should not be arguing and demanding reparations. You can't get reparations. You are not a civilian. You're not a product of America. You are a property of America. Those that get through the cracks, shout outs to you. The brothers and sisters that's able to generate money, shout out to you. Ask them how they generate their money. They must capitalize off somebody. They must capitalize off the ignorance of black and brown people. That's why you see these dudes come on these social media platforms say, hey guys, look, I can show you how to fix this. I can show you how to do that. I can show you how to get 50,000, 80,000. And then you'll follow everything that they're doing and you still get met at a door. See, Not everybody gets to walk into that door, because if everybody walk into that door, if everybody walks into the door, the economic of America will collapse. Because if everybody having a get rich scheme and everybody got rich, let's just say everybody got rich, America economy will collapse. So it can't go down that way. You understand? It can't. It sounds good. It tastes good, but it ain't good, because you was never designed or given the freedom or the luxury to be free financially. They want you to think that you're free. They want you to believe, I believe I can fly. They want you to believe that. But in reality, you are a property, not a product. You are a property. You are owned, Mr. Williamson, Mr. Lewis, Mr. Smith, Mr. Jackson. You are owned. The only privilege that you get to have is given a first name. Because your last name, see, everybody's last name must go back to the slave master. So when you see your name is Williams and her name is Williams, chances are you guys are related. Because when the slave masters came, remember, understand, it wasn't a bunch of slave masters. It was a particular group of people that had an enormous amount of slaves and named them after them. So when they ran off and they say, "What is your name, nigger?" You say, my name is Bubba Smith. Bubba Smith. Isn't that the slave master out in Mississippi? How did you get all the way to Alabama? But I walked. Bring them back. You understand? It's time for brothers and sisters to realize that and see what's being said and understand what's being done. This is nothing personal. This is just the facts. They will never give us reparations because slavery still exists. Reparation is only given to those that they apologize for, and the money is basically saying, look, we would never do this again to you. No matter what happens, my bad. Here's this bread. I'm gonna make sure y'all good. But you don't get that, because slavery will never end. Will never end in the eyes of these people, ever. It must continue. What you think going on in Africa? What you think going on in the Congo when you see little boys and girls digging up for titanium for your batteries that's in your car? Where you think that's coming from? You think it's coming from the Middle East? You think it's coming from Europe? You think it's coming from China? You think something so powerful is coming from China? You're highly mistaken. You think these Tesla cars that they pushing out, the more Tesla cars that they're producing, that means more labor for those brothers and sisters, children at the age of 9 all the way up to whenever they collapse and die in these so-called minefields. There's no limit, there's no age limitations over there, because there was no age limitation in slavery in the first place. You had pictures with children as young as 3 years old helping their mother pick cottons, man. Come on now. Soon as you're able to walk and hold something, you gotta pick something. Facts. So this is the reason why there's no reparations coming for the Bantus. It will never be a reparations coming your way. How could it? To give reparations is to say we're sorry, to apologize, and own up for the atrocities that was done to a particular group of people, and then give them what they owed and say we would never bother you again. That can never happen, people. I just want you guys to realize that. I want you guys to meditate on that. I want you guys to sleep on that. Reparations is given, it's a partial, it's a verbal, physical agreement, an apology to individual, particular group, race, nationality of people that have done wrong. And in return, you're receiving, hey man, this is what you get. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to do that. Let me fix up your neighborhood. Let me remove myself. Giving black people reparations also means removing themselves from your land where they took you from. Giving reparations is bringing you back home where they took you from. That's not something these people are willing to do. They can't afford to do that. They can't afford to just live off Europe where they're located and live there for themselves and figure it out. They can't afford to do that. They need to be in the gold mines, in the mines of Kimberley in South Africa. They need to be in the mines in Congo. They need to be in those areas. They have to be there. They need to get gas from Nigeria to go all the way to France. They have to be there. Them not being there is the end of their survival. You see what's going on in Haiti? What's going on in Haiti? Because Haiti has been with $1 trillion worth of resources that they can't afford the African black slaves to get access to because it might just liberate them. It just might make them create weapons, etc., etc. They can't afford that. So they got to bring chaos. They got to bring chaos. And when they bring the chaos through religion, they're going to bring you what? The great white hope. And the great white hope is going to come and they're going to lay the jackhammer. You're going to see black people all happy and cheers saying, thank you, Jesus. They're going to think Jesus sent these people to save. No, they came to set up for your early or long-term grave. And that's why there won't be no reparations. It's your brother, man, from the motherland, man. I came to you guys live, man. Continue supporting. Once again, I will be here at 4 p.m. Eastern with my brother, again, Fresh Gold. And he will bring forth biblical information, geographical locations in the Holy Land where you can't find in the Levant. They can't find these places, but you're going to find it right in the dead center of Africa, and you'll be shocked. And when you find out that this is where the story took place, I then want you to start questioning every information that's coming your way, especially those religious handlers who stand before you and tell you that you are a child of Isis, Ra, and El. Okay? And for those that don't know who I am, I told you, man, it's me, Junns The NBIC, representing that ROD. You heard? You heard? AKA Mr. Keep My Foot on you heathens, you he-grows, and the newly installed heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Listen to the creator say one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all. One.